Hello and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. I decided to start this episode off with... Look at that top hat. Let's start this with some Quizquisition.
I return, Inquisitor, as does the Quizquisition.
That top hat's
It
stupid.
begins now, and there is a timer.
Okay.
Fearing that nugs carry the blight, Kirkwall declared the noxious vermin in 520 exalted. The extermination is known
This.
The Battle of Squealing Plains. It is not spoken of in polite company.
as correct. Well played. The Quizquisition
Oh.
is completed. And you have done
Oh.
perfectly. You may have an inadequate grand prize. Quizquisition. Away.
So, the item you get is a joke. I will show you in a moment. It is stupid. The boon of the spoon is a unique two-handed maul. Hey, Bull, do you want to use the spoon? The war ladle of justice as it may? Actually, wait a minute. This doesn't suck. Target explodes for 75% weapon damage. It doesn't have the constitution or strength, so equipping it I would lose a bit of his health. Not enough to drop him off of... See, it's going up, but you can't even see it because I've already expanded it past. You'll see. This is telling you, like, yeah, it's going to go past, like... That's weird. Yeah. This has higher attack and health, but this has that explosion effect. That's utterly ridiculous. I can't sell this. This is why they gave me the storage chest. I'm going to be hanging on to that for literally forever. Anyways, I'm going to go... And we're going to do the story quest now. Enough delaying. I don't know why I keep delaying. There's not really a huge reason to. I'm just silly and neurotic. So let's do the story quest. It shall begin. Cleared out my inventory. And I'm ready. It is one of the longer ones. And it's very interesting. You will learn much. Alright, war table operations. We should take a look at these. Send people on long ones. Well, College of Magi. Took the exchange of civil favors with Duke Sandral, eventually agreed to intervene with his forces and guard the College of Magi's gates from the crowds. My ambassador to the college and assures me that the refugee mages there are most grateful to the Inquisition's actions. Send to us what artifacts were there. Hence Lifeward Amulet. I'll get rid of... I have to go sell things again now. Well, shit. And short order. Nightingale. The city is safe, at least for the time being. Keeper Istimitoriel entered the city with a contingent of Dalish elves and used magic to alleviate the effects of Lyria and withdrawal from many of the city's victims. Unfortunately, her actions caused some of the more mad nobles to attack. Duke Antoine gave his life protecting Istimitoriel from his own nobles, and most of the remaining nobles of Wycombe are either dead or have fled the city. For what it is worth, almost all merchants and laborers in the city saw that the Dalish were coming to help and banded with them to fight against the madness that's taken their nobility. Blah, blah, blah. I've heard that some remaining nobles are spreading lies in other March City, claiming that the Dalish attacked and poisoned the rulers. For now, however, the Dalish are seen as heroes in Wycombe. They remain in the city, uncertain what to do next. And I won't get the next one of those until I complete the story quest. Is this a quick one? That is quick, so I don't want to do that quite yet. We will do that later. Hightown, Worthy Dwarf, capture. Yes. Capture and interrogate Worthy for me. Colin's still in the middle of his really long mission.
Someone's turning into a bit of a dragon hunter, I've heard.
Yeah, 5 out of 10 dead, you know how it is. It's fun. We're cute. I think I'm going to quickly double check this. Give me a moment. Sorry, this is delaying us getting to the story, I know. I'm so sorry. But I gotta make sure that I'm doing this the right way. Miscellaneous? I'm confused. Yeah, so... The ideal is secrets, yeah. So you get a amulet of power no matter what. I'm not sure for who. I imagine Vivienne for some reason. Uh, huh. Uh, I think, actually, I want to do Josephine for this. So we're going to do that. I have a plan. Anyways, I'm going to get a lot of items here. I want to make sure that my inventory is not full. So I'm going to go sell this thing, which is going to, unfortunately, extend this recording longer than I would like. But it will be worth it. Flyford amulets are not useful items, unfortunately. That is just the reality of the situation. Not much I can do about it, other than use it and deal with it. Or get it and then sell it. Boon of spoons. Boon of the spoon. We aren't going to use this. I know. I am a dangerous, horrible person for getting rid of that item. I feel bad, and this is why BioWare needs to introduce a storage chest. Because I know that's one thing that they want to do in a future patch of some kind, so I'm not super, I'm not super on them about it. Well, I am, but I'm not, like, too angry. They said they couldn't get to doing it. Figure out a way to make it work in time for the release. Evidenced by the random bugs, I can tell that they were pushing to get this game out, even with all the delays, so they added to it, so. Alright. With wicked eyes and wicked hearts. An assassin is stalking the Empress. Celine's death would plunge Orlais into chaos, leaving it an easy target for Corypheus. At the Winter Palace of Halam-Shiral, Celine is holding peace talks with her rebellious cousin, Grand Duke Gaspard, under the guise of a grand ball. Every noble in the Empire will attend, making it the perfect place and time for Corypheus' assassin to strike. We can arrange an invitation to attend to keep him from destroying Orlais if we hurry. I didn't really hurry. Recommend levels 12 to 15, level 19. This should be
We have to reach the Empress
easy.
before Corypheus. The only question is, how?
We know how. I have our way in. The real question is, where is our enemy hiding?
Indeed.
At the urging of Grand Duchess Florian, the Empress is holding a ball. Absolutely everyone will be there. During the festivities, Celine will be meeting for peace talks with the usurper Duke Gaspard and Ambassador Briala.
The assassin must be hiding within one of these factions.
Do we need to go to the peace talks? The Empress must have personal guards. We could just warn her she's in danger.
We've made the attempt, but
It seems that our messages never reached her. Someone intercepted them.
It's better that we don't leave this to chance. If Orlais falls to Corypheus, no land is safe.
What do we know about Duke Gaspard?
The man who would have been emperor. He's Celine's cousin, and was first in line to inherit the throne when Emperor Florian died. Celine outmaneuvered him. She won over the Council of Heralds, who hold authority over title disputes. She became empress, and he a general in the Imperial Army. He's well loved by the troops. He's also a chevalier. Most of their numbers sided with him when he turned on the Empress.
Aren't the Chevaliers part of the army? Why would they follow the Duke?
Most chevaliers are sworn to serve the crown, but that does not give them faith in the person wearing it. The Empress has tried to improve relations with Ferelden and Navarra. The chevaliers see her as anti-military. They believe Gaspard could lead the Empire back to the glory of Draken's expansion years.
Who is this Ambassador Briala?
An ambassador in name only. She has organized the elves of Halam Sharal into an underground army. The Empress invited her to the peace talks in a bid to gain the elves' alliance in the war. That would be scandal enough, without the rumor that Briala is a jilted lover of Celine's. A personal grudge and a network of saboteurs at her command. Promising lead.
Wait, the elven leader is a jilted lover of the Empress.
It's not widely known. Just a rumor whispered among the palace servants a few years ago. If it's true and were to get out, the Empress and an elf. The scandal could destroy Celine's court. Even if a lie, Briala could use it to blackmail the Empress. She has some connection to the throne.
Tell me everything we know about the Empress.
Empress Celine is a renowned diplomat and reformer. She works tirelessly to secure peace for the Empire. Unfortunately, many Orlesians view peace as complacency. She has yet to name an heir, leaving the future of the Empire in doubt if anything happens to her. Especially when the next in line is her cousin Gaspard, who's made few friends on the Council of Heralds.
Celine is surrounded at all times by countless guards, courtiers, servants, and vassals. What better place for an assassin to hide than the Empress's own household?
How can Gaspard still be next in line while he wages war against his Empress?
The title Grand Duke indicates that he was a prince before the Empress took the throne.
Yeah. Alright.
You've given me plenty to think about.
With Gaspard and Celine's armies entrenched, we cannot openly march troops to the palace.
My agents will ensure your soldiers get inside, but it must be a few at a time to avoid attention.
Understood. Just give the word. We'll begin.
Yeah. We are heading into the heart of the Orlesian court. I have a few minor gripes about this quest, but overall, I really like it. It's probably one of my favorite parts of this game. And I say that a bunch of times, because it's a great game, but yeah. I mean, I really wanted to go to an Orlesian ball in this game before, when it was in development and we were learning about it. The fact that there's an entire huge story quest here at an Orlesian ball is literally my heart and soul. It's wonderful. I am very ready. You will quickly see one of my first gripes, though, that I will point out to you. And it's very silly, but there's not a whole lot we can do about it, unfortunately. Acquired formal attire and Orlesian mask.
The Empress fears our presence could sever it. The Grand Duke is only too happy to have us at the ball as his guests, so our invitation comes from him. Whether we act as his allies or upset the balance of power, he gains an opportunity, if not a clear advantage.
So, every character of the Inquisition wears this bright red formal attire.
The rumors coming out of the Western Approach say you battled an army of demons. Imagine what the Inquisition could accomplish with the full support of the rightful Emperor of Orlais.
Which one was the rightful one again? I keep getting them confused.
If we keep watch, he may appear. Probably by the brandy. I am not a man who forgets his friends, Inquisitor. You help me, I'll help you. Prepared to shock the Assembly by appearing as the guest of a hateful usurper, my lord? They will be telling stories of this into the next age.
I can't imagine that crowd has seen anything better than us in their entire lives.
I knew we would get along famously, Inquisitor. As a friend, perhaps there is a matter you could undertake this evening. This elven woman, Briala, I suspect that she intends to disrupt the negotiations. My people have found these ambassadors all over the fortifications. Sabotage seems the least of
tell me there's more to your suspicion than the elves were acting dodgy?
That Ambassador Briala used to be a servant of Celine's. That is, until my cousin had her arrested for crimes against the Empire to cover up a political mistake. If anyone in this room wishes Celine harm, Inquisitor, it's that elf. She certainly has reason. Be as discreet as possible. I detest the game, but if we do not play it well, our enemies will make us look like villains. We're keeping the court waiting, Inquisitor. Shall we?
So yeah.
Is that the Inquisitor?
An elf savage? Oh, make a forbid.
This is Casper's idea of a joke.
Our Legion nobility looks down on elves. The court watches you with a critical eye. Court approval. This will follow us this entire quest. Keeping track of it as it goes up and down is important. So like I said, this formal attire is what all of the Inquisition people are wearing, besides your soldiers. I like the design. I don't understand the coloration. I don't understand why Josephine doesn't get to wear a dress. Let's
Might be something here.
go
Better
and
take a closer
get...
look.
Oh, look, a ring. Hey.
Mika, what am I going to do if I cannot find my ring?
Found it. You just gain court approval, which is usually the result of finesse, entertaining people, or keeping up appearances. Higher the court approval is, the better.
Is this the ring you were looking for?
You are a treasure. I cannot believe you found it. You have saved me a lifetime of mortification. How can I thank you enough?
Anyway, gaining approval is
We can only hope Celine prefers
the primary goal here, along with just finding everything.
Is that the Inquisitor?
I'm going to be making a lot of very specific choices and such. Yeah. There'll be things that I will do that you won't know why I'm doing them. I will try to explain it if I can. That's not a spoiler way. Just know that there's a certain way that is best
What is Gaspar?
to make sure that I can get everything that I need to get. There's a couple different ways this can play out, which is what I like. There's actually a good number of options.
Does anyone have a report?
Unlock the eastern storage. So this room, any room that you see that has this kind of a layout of these grooves around it, requires hala statuettes. They're just statuettes that must be found around the area. This is sort of our first one. It is your, I guess there's one of the hala statuettes. It's your tutorial on how to do this.
Lady Nightingale makes me nervous.
I will say this now because I think it's important. There's 10 hala statuettes, apparently 11 maybe, I read somewhere, in this mission. There are more doors requiring hala statuettes than there are hala statuettes. Some doors require more than one as well, you know? So it's like, there's the total amount of hala statuettes required to open all of the doors doesn't exist. So you need to make some specific choices. That's sort of one of the big things that you're going to see here. Is there are going to be which doors I do and don't open when I can get the hala statuettes for it is a thing. So obviously I can equip my staff. I cannot change my equipment right now. Right. You still get loot here, and you don't have, you know. I do have this mask, which is they give you, very Orlesian mask that similar to the style that some of the other nobles here are wearing. Crap, storage key. Need to find the storage key then. There's actually one area in here where there's stuff you can only get if your Inquisitor's a rogue, which I dislike.
This is a private conversation. Please leave.
Okay. What's that? Eavesdropping. That seems rude. storage key. Did they moved?
Interesting.
Safe spot to eavesdrop. You'll see red circles like this, and we can eavesdrop, try to listen in on stuff.
Any word from the front lines?
My spies said the bodies were beyond counting.
Surely the Empress will put an end to the war tonight.
Pray, my friend. If the Maker does not hear us now, just pray.
So that'll be used for some things. A couple different ways. You'll be gaining a lot of experience, influence, and many small things across the course of this quest. Like I said, it is a longer one. There's a lot of stuff that goes on here. Take secret love letter. Scandalous secrets. Delivers scandal secrets to Liliana. Like I said, there's a bunch of stuff going on here to keep track of. Thankfully, I now have experience doing this before. So that's everything outside.
Lady Nightingale makes me nervous.
So let us head on inside.
Inquisitor, a moment, if you please.
I love you,
I
Josephine,
must
but
warn
you should be
before
wearing a
go
dress.
inside. How you speak to the court is a matter of life and death.
Yeah.
It is no simple matter of etiquette and protocol. Every word, every gesture is measured and evaluated for weakness.
Don't they sound delightful? I'm shocked we haven't invited the court to dinner at Skyhold.
The game is like Wicked Grace played to the death. You must never reveal
Well,
your
it's a
cards.
good thing you and I
When you
won.
meet the Empress, the eyes of the entire court will be upon you. You are safer in the Fade with the Fear Demon.
You're just full of joy and light this evening.
Everything will be fine. And Raste watch over us all.
Yeah. The game is what the Orlesians call it. The grand game. The nobility fighting with each other to advance their own position and crush their opponents. It's what Orlais is known for and is deadly. So if you're role-playing during this and you're not role-playing your character as someone who would do a good job, you're just not going to get court approval. You're going to lose it. And if it hits 0, you lose this quest. So I recommend, if you're playing through the game, play along with this, even if it's not in your character's personality that you established. Like, you just might need them to be sort of sarcastic and coy and all that stuff. Hey, Varric. And Colin. What's up, guys?
So this is just the winter palace. What's the summer one look like, I wonder?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Need to have this jacket let out a little.
Aw. You look dashing, Colin. I'm sure there will be many suitors.
I can hardly
interested in you.
believe Gaspard and Celine are in the same room.
I heard Celine was having the entire wing redecorated. But the timing is atrocious.
Why would she do such a thing now?
Okay.
How has the lyrium trade dropped off so sharply?
With so much fighting, demand should be higher than ever.
My contact said there's a new supplier, but we can't track down who it might be.
Okay. I know that there's nothing up there that I can get to right now. But there is an eavesdrop position. Let's eavesdrop.
Just gossip.
So sometimes a eavesdrop point will be just gossip,
Interesting.
and sometimes it will be a scandalous secret for that quest of scandalous secrets. The spot will refresh generally if
Boring.
it was just gossip at one point, so you
How
can
can they
sort
call
of
this a vestibule?
abuse things to try and get scandalous secrets out of them. I think once it's a scandalous secret, it disappears, though.
Waste of time.
I wish there was
It's not being cooperative with me right now, which is fine. I have plenty of time. Sort of. Kind of. Not really.
Well, that's useful.
So there's an example. So now we got scandalous secrets.
Can Gaspard take the throne?
Seem to not want to... Oh, there we go. I guess this must be time-based. Thought it would be something else.
Waste of time.
Okay.
never struck me as pious.
So this way is closed right now. Yeah.
The guest wing is not open to the public at this time, Inquisitor.
Thanks.
If nothing else, the
I just want to get this and get it over with. If I can.
Boring.
Alright. I'll have to get that one later. Let's proceed onwards before this episode ends. So, I have to talk to Duke Gaspard. See, I feel like we don't... Our outfit's fine. I don't dislike its design, but I wish there was a level of ability to dress awesome like these Orlesians do. We just don't look cool next to them. And people like Josephine, even Liliana, look silly and not a dress. Liliana's more understandable, but Josephine not at all.
Grand Duke Gaspard de Chalon.
Josephine's normal outfit is more appropriate.
Lord Inquisitor Lavellan.
Hi. I'm an elf. Don't be mean to me.
Vanquisher of the rebel mages of Ferelden. Crusher of the vile apostates of the mage underground.
This guy writes better fiction than I do.
Champion of the blessed Andraste.
Literally lies.
Did you see their faces?
I'm doing this a specific way.
Accompanying the Inquisitor,
I want to hear... I'm going to go slowly so I can hear... If I go slowly, I can hear all of these people's names.
Head of noble house Tethras, Desher of Kirkwall to the Dwarven Merchants Guild. Lord Dorian Pavus, member of the Circle of Arantium, son of Lord Magister Hallwood Pavus of Azariel. The Iron Bull, leader of the famed mercenary company Bull's Chargers, as the name might imply.
Yeah.
Sir Callan Stanton Rutherford of Hunley, commander of the forces of the Inquisition, former Knight Commander of Kirkwall. Lady Liliana, Nightingale of the Imperial Court, veteran of the Fifth Blight, Seneschal of the Inquisition, and Left Hand of the Divine. And Lady Josephine Charette Montillier of Antiva City, Ambassador of the Inquisition.
Okay. I just like to make sure I hear everyone's names. If you straight walk, you'll miss some, trust me. It will cut in the middle of it, and you will lose the chance to hear it. Which is lame.
Cousin, my dear sister.
Grand Duke, we are always honored when your presence graces our court.
Don't waste my time with pleasantries, Celine. We have business to conclude.
We will meet for the negotiations after we have seen to our other guests.
Inquisitor?
Yep.
Lord Inquisitor, we welcome you to the Winter Palace. Allow us to present our cousin, the Grand Duchess of Leeds, without whom this gathering would never have been possible.
What an unexpected pleasure. I was not aware the Inquisition would be part of our festivities. We will certainly speak later, Inquisitor.
Your arrival at court is like a cool wind on a summer's day.
So, you can just sort of be, yeah, I'm friendly, yeah. You can try to play along, or you can be blunt. Like I said before. Play along.
Even the wisest mistake fair winds for foul. We are at the mercy of the skies, Inquisitor. How do you find Halam Shiral?
It's lovely. I can't do it credit to call off the ball.
I have no... Halam Shiral has many beauties, and I couldn't do them justice.
Your modesty does you credit, and speaks well for the Inquisition. Feel free to enjoy the pleasures of the ballroom, Inquisitor. We look forward to watching you dance.
Yes, of course.
Inquisitor, a word when you have a moment.
Yeah. So that brings me up to 40 approval. There's Gaspard, Celine, and that would be Ambassador Briala right there. Head out here.
What were they doing in the western approach?
I feel like it's Josephine.
Josephine! Oh, Josephine! Is this Kim?
Inquisitor, please allow me to present to you
Oh, I should have cut the
youngest,
episode before this.
Yvette
Sorry.
Gabriella Montilyet.
There can never be too many Lady Montilyets in Thedas, can there?
Inquisitor, I've heard so much about you, but not as much as I want. Josephine writes, but she never tells me anything. Is it true? You and Josephine are going to elope and move to the Anderfells and join the Grey Wardens and fight Darkspawn? Yvette, I want to know.
Absolutely.
I already packed our bags, didn't I, darling?
I knew it.
Inquisitor, please give her no more ammunition. I beg you.
This may be my only chance to hear about when Josephine was a girl.
Oh yes, as she told you about when she was 10 and...
Yvette,
Stop. Fine. What about when we were climbing the cliffs by the...
no.
She once told the Duke of...
Absolutely not.
She still plays with her doll collection when no one's looking.
Yvette, that's absurd. Absolutely preposterous.
That's cute. I'll cut
Tell me
this in a
about
little
yourself,
bit.
Yvette. This is the first time
I'll
I've encountered
let
any
this
of
go a little
Josephine's
longer because I
She would forget to
wasted
mention
time
the
at the
artist.
beginning.
I've been studying painting under Antiva's royal tutors. You should be proud, Josie. I'm going to be exhibiting my work next season in the city's biggest salon.
Have you actually sat down and finished the painting yet?
I must wait for my inspiration.
And I must wait for your tutor's bills.
Well, thankfully I saved the family, so things should be better.
Enjoying the ball?
I see many of them.
The dancing is so dull, your worship. But the Empress's gallery is magnificent.
Yvette.
Sorry, Josie.
Go on, Josephine.
Cafe Royal must be empty. So many of the Empire's finest are in attendance. They've noticed the Empress paying you special attention, but they don't quite know how to take advantage of it yet. This uncertainty won't last long, I'm afraid.
Which power should the Inquisition throw its weight behind?
Celine has held the throne successfully for years. I see no profit in ousting her. Gaspard has run military campaigns, but never a kingdom. His transition would be, let us say, chaotic.
Okay.
I'll see you later.
Another time.
So they're over here doing things, and I can't talk to them right now. They're doing negotiations. So quaint. Nothing out here. There is a Cullen to speak to.
How could they please afford
Inquisitor,
to invade the palace
did you need something?
without war?
The sooner we track down this
I heard
infiltrator,
that it
the
wasn't
better.
renovations at all. The palace was damaged by...
You noticed anything out of the ordinary?
Not yet. It would be easier if people would stop talking to me. Other people. Not you.
You have any advice?
Legion's social events don't fall within my area of expertise. There are a few here we can trust. Be careful.
You've attracted a following. Who are all these people?
I don't know. They won't leave me alone.
I take it you're not enjoying yourself.
At this point, the headache I'm developing is preferable to the company.
Who do you think the Inquisition should support?
Gaspard's claim to the throne is fair. Orlais needs someone capable of responding to the crisis at hand. A military-minded leader seems the best option.
Okay.
We'll talk later.
I await your signal.
I had hoped to tour the royal wing.
The Dowager of in the council.
Perhaps we can speak later, Inquisitor.
Yeah. Alright.
I don't like that Grand Duke.
Next time we will head out and speak with Leliana. And continue with the Grand Ball. Till then.